6 months, they just don't care. Where are they? Republicans ready to make a deal. Let's bring in Republican New York Congressman Tom Reed. Congressman, Dreamers, who are they going to get mad at in the midterms?
I'll leave that up to them, but clearly we were at the table ready to negotiate and get to a solution. But, you know, the failure in the Senate kind of has indicated we're not going to deal with this issue until the courts deal with it or we get past the politics of the midterm.
What do you think of the deal? It's 1.8 million DACA individuals, right? Into what Trump is offering, right?
Well, I think there's a compromise position there. We and the Problem Solvers Caucus have gotten to a 75% consensus and came up with a recommendation. But you got to couple this with border security. You got to make sure that we're doing what we can to improve the border, improve our functioning immigration system going forward, not just the DACA segment of this conversation.
Congress, let's turn to this story, because this is a really interesting development. What's going on with Democrats in 7 states and the District of Columbia? They now want to help the 1%. They're seeing that the 1%ers are leaving their states. This is the upper bracket. As tax reform got rid of their state and local tax deductions in response to tax reform, we're talking Connecticut, New Jersey, New York, California, Maryland, Oregon, Rhode Island. I mean, this is something Bernie Sanders should love, that half of California's tax revenues, Congressman, comes from the top 1%, including small businesses. So is this a big wake-up call going on?
I hope it is, and this is the conversation I had with our governor, and with the governor at the end of the day, as I pointed out months ago, would likely be standing with that 1%. Try to protect that 1%. And my bottom line is this. You play class warfare, these are the consequences that you're going to have from it. We were able to protect 99% of the people we represent by that property tax compromise of $10,000. And that's why we supported tax reform, because we saw the bigger picture. But hopefully the governor's hearing the message. You can't raise taxes anymore. You got to cut spending to get the taxes under control and get the government going in the right direction. And that's more effective government.
Okay, let's get to this story. It's about welfare fraud, and it's a big problem. California is one of the states been saying for years, hey, stop attacking us. We are cracking down on welfare fraud. Welfare fraud nationwide cheats taxpayers out of $137 billion annually. That's an estimate. But now, California under fire. An illegal immigrant there, living in San Diego, stole a total of $361,000 from welfare over nearly 30 years. He's 66-year-old Andres Avelino Anduega. He's an illegal from Tijuana, Mexico, and here's how he did it. He admitted in court that he stole the identity of a Texas resident named Abraham Riojos way back in 1980. How did he do it? He used a fake birth certificate. He then applied for a California driver's license. He got a Social Security number and a passport. I mean, this raises the question again. Can California stop fraud in its welfare and voter rolls, Congressman?
Well, apparently not. And this is the whole issue I don't understand as to why elected officials in states like California and elsewhere are standing with illegal immigrants as opposed to American citizens first, and making sure that that we put the rights of the American citizens over those that are here illegally in the illegal immigration status. It just seems like we're seeing this consistent theme. We're going to protect the illegal immigrants, and the American citizens and the taxpayers can go second in line.
And Congressman, I mean, he goes by the name Anduega. Authorities question if that's even his real name. He stole California state Medicaid payments, food stamps, Social Security disability benefits, and he's been arrested for illegal weapons, cocaine, and DUI. Your reaction?
Exactly why I do not understand why we can't come together and protect American citizens first, and then have a conversation about those that want to come to this country legally and get a system that works. Because also, it's not just the taxpayers that hurt here. Think about the American citizens that are relying on these programs and need these programs. That's money that's taken from them that could be going to them lawfully and legally, and rightfully so, as they go through the hardship of life.
Congressman Tom Reed, good to see you, sir. Thanks.